The best part of last night's Trump presser, poor Chris Christie. Look at him over there, his eyes darting like forlorn pinballs. Alone like a forgotten bachelor from episode 1.
Aw.
No rose for you, little guy. He's like Ben Carson at the debates. He's like me at gym class. Everyone's climbing the rope. Not him. He has a note from the doctor. It's not a presser. It's a depressor. Looks like he could use a hug, but Obama, he's nowhere in sight. Trump placed him there as a symbol of support, or perhaps a symbol of submission, like a professional angler getting a picture with that big fish he just landed. Pity when the alpha goes beta. Bested through strength and aggression, they become your jacket holder, a tail between their cheeks. Christie is now the reluctant henchman. He reminds me of L.A. Confidential's Bud White, the conflicted thug who did Captain Dudley Smith's dirty work. He took people out, like Rubio, his only way out, earning accolades from Daddy. But he's still sad. He's not the only one. Many men are reduced to cheerleading status when taken in by celebrity and power, their happiness predicated on the attention from Papa. For Christie, his first love was Bruce Springsteen. Christie tailed him like a drooling puppy. At least Trump lets him hang around in the rear. But this is about careers, a choice between principle and survival, between individuality and tribalism, between the bandwagon and the boonies. We know which way Chris went. He's not the first, and he certainly will not be the last. So, Kimberly, Trump put him out there on purpose, correct? Why?
Why wouldn't he put him out there? Chris Christie actually has a tremendous amount of support. He's got a lot of donors.
How do you look out there?
I think he looked fine. I mean, he's out there, whatever. I mean, that's his choice, and I don't know. I think that he's a man of accomplishment. I think he's been, Bully may have some issues with the numbers, but, a good governor. I think he's worked very hard. He certainly was respected by the National Governors Association, which he was the head of. I think he was a very good prosecutor, speaking from another prosecutor.
Talking about, though, him being back there.
Yeah, I know, but you were bad-mouthing him and, bashing him, so I'm just going to stick up for him because I actually admire him.
I wasn't bad-mouthing him. I was talking about how unusual it was.
Yeah, I think it's more than regular. I think the mockery was pretty widespread. And I think it's that he had this kind of vacant stare. And let me just say, on a political level, boy, the people in New Jersey, I think 6 papers came out opposed to him.
They're all owned by the same group.
Not only that, and the Manchester Union leader is not owned by the group.
No, they came out in New Jersey.
I think a lot of people in the GOP establishment have just what happened to Chris Christie?
Well, he's entitled to endorse whoever he wants, but it's just that it just looked so bad. The optics.
And I think that's why he did it, because everyone's thinking, well, Chris Christie, where's he going to go? And the establishment was, wow, that threw the establishment for a loop. Like, wow, Chris Christie's going to back Trump after all this, and I think that he will continue to show that Chris Christie's backing Donald Trump. I mean, Jeff Sessions wasn't there, and he also endorsed Donald Trump. So I think it's actually smart on Trump's part. Chris Christie, look, he's going to need a job in 18.
Yeah, that's true.
The bottom line.
That is true.
I'd like to see him or Gowdy or even Cruz prosecute Hillary Clinton. That would delight me.
Dana?
I think it's always hard to be the potted plant.
Yes.
Okay, and so even if Chris Christie might have just been the looks. You could caption anything, but it's always hard to be standing there and you don't have a role.
Yeah.
And the speaking is going on for a long time, and especially for a press conference, because you can't. He probably didn't want to show any emotion, so it's like, how could he have a fixed stare? So he's not doing that. And like, nobody ever wants to just be the potted plant next to somebody who's giving a speech, especially one in which you're taking questions from the press. I think the better thing would have been for Chris Christie to introduce him, if that's what he was going to do, and then exit, or at least move off out of the camera shot like the Sun did.
Yeah. Well, that look will be around forever.
Like Biden's looking out the window of the Oval Office.
Exactly, one of the great ones of all time.
Boehner and poor Paul Ryan during the State of the Union.